Jordi, when you look at particularly that fourth quarter, just kind of what slowed down for you guys offensively and kind of what made it difficult to contain the Celtics group?
I think that, we were taking good shots. We only had 9 turnovers for 10 points. Their switchability, I think it bothered us because we had a lead. And then, it was a couple of times that they took the lead, we took the lead, and, we were in a good place. But Sherman made 5 threes in the second half. That was a big difference. I think that we took good shots, 45 threes. We just, didn't go in. And, they shot 44 from the field, 33 from 3. Only 5 second chance points for them to our 13. So as big as they are, we won that battle. We lost by 1 the points of turnovers. We created more turnovers. We just didn't score enough out of it. So if you look at the numbers, I'm happy with the way we played and competed all the way through the game. It comes down to, they made 16 threes, we made 13, and we were right there. So proud of the guys. Obviously, finding that shooter in that second half, that was an issue. But competing against this team, very good team, I'm happy with the way we, played all the way through.
You mentioned about physicality being very important in this game. Just in what ways were they able to match that, and what did you like about how your team stepped up to play that?
I mean, just what I mentioned about the second chance points, they, as big as they are, playing with, in their size and physicality, they had 5 second chance points, and we had 13. So I like the fight that we brought, and you can see it right there.
When you're going through a shooting night like that and you're on the bench, are you trying to think of ways to create offense differently? Not necessarily shooting less threes, but is there anything to do in that situation, or do you kind of feel powerless when shots just aren't going in?
No, I trust the guys. I want them to keep shooting, and I want them to keep getting to the free throw line, keep getting to the rim, and keep finding catch and shoot threes. So if they do that, we'll be okay.
And then just the bench, really won most of their minutes tonight, and there were, a few stretches they played all 5 reserves out on the court. I guess, what did you see from them, especially a group that, hasn't played together, all 5 of them?
Yeah, connected group, and, they all, like you see, 9 points, 11 points. They all contributed, and it was great to see Dayron with 9 points and 7 rebounds. Just, the whole group, great job. Like you say, they won their minutes. They played almost 20 minutes together, and that was a good thing to see is, these different groups, how well they work together, how hard they play, and they're trying to do the right thing. So, very positive.
With this being the second matchup in a matter of 3 days and it coming down to so close, just kind of down the stretch, minutes and numbers there, just what do you want your team to take away from these 2 games? They're the defending champs now as you guys now move forward with the next couple of stretches of games that you guys have.
Yeah, I mean, it's, obviously they're a good team, and they're playing for different goals, and they have different goals. But, it's just another game. Now we're going into a doubleheader with Indiana, their plays, and that's going to be a different team. So you just got to move on to the next one. Obviously, we want to learn from, what we did today and like the physicality and the defense that we brought in, the rebounding against a bigger team, and, keep the positives, try to clean up the negatives, find those three-point shooters. They only shot 33% from 3, which I think that you give yourself a chance, but they shot 48 of them. So we got to make sure that we close out with urgency. We limit threes to the shooters. Again, one of their best shooters, or 2 of their best shooters shot 14 threes. So we just got to make sure that we limit those, and we'll be in a good place if we do that in Indiana.
When it comes to guarding Kristaps, he scored the first 6 points of the game, and then it seems like you maybe figured something out with that switching and fronting the post. How do you feel like the guys did tonight, stopping the points at the rim from him in that way, despite his size?
Yeah, I mean, very special player. He can shoot over everybody, and you have to make it uncomfortable for him. Obviously, he's very good, all-star player. And, I'm happy with the way we did it. He still scored officially 9 for 13, 25 points. But I like the fight. They had to, with the switching, we created a couple of turnovers, and that was positive. So, again, special about this game, about this team, and now we move on to the next one.
How do you feel like you guys are doing, especially in the fourth quarters, of knowing personnel, being on top of all the different type of pick and roll combinations on defense, all the kind of intricacies of what it takes to be a winning team?
I think we're doing good. I mean, you see out there the competitiveness all the way out till the end, especially if you follow the last few games we've played or throughout the whole year. When you give yourself a chance, obviously the fourth quarter is very important in the NBA. Right now, with the amount of lineups that we've had, it's just good to see that the guys remain calm and they get, they do the right things. And I think we're growing, and that's the important thing for us is we have a long-term plan or a plan. Doesn't need to be long, but building right now is important, getting better, getting 1% better in developing players, but doing it through competing, having the chance to win games because winning is important. And I'm very happy with, the identity that we're showing out there.